Governor, you routinely, and I think somewhat accurately, painted a very bleak picture if we're not able to provide in-person education. And you evoked some powerful words of suicide and depression. Yet there appears to many a dichotomy that exists between education and the small business market. So I guess a philosophical question. You've applied a calculus, if you will, to cost benefit in terms of education versus potential exposure to the disease. And yet on the business market, we've moved from a 15 to 30 to 60-day flattening the curve to really a model which seems to embrace elimination of the disease. Yet the potential for these same, not even potential, it's being realized, these same long-term ramifications, depression, suicide, bankruptcy, unemployment, loss of homes, applies on the small business market. Where is the difference in calculus? Because it seems like it's two very different approaches.
I have tried to have the same approach for all of it. From day one, I have said, let's get as many people back to work as possible at all times. You know, places like in New York City, they still don't have indoor dining, you know, whereas we do. In fact, there's a Moody's study with CNN, I think, which puts Rhode Island at number 3 in America for the percent of our economy that we've gotten back to. So I think I've been pretty clear from the get-go. I want as many people working as possible, as many businesses open as possible. We opened barbers and haircutters before all of our neighbors. It's a balance. I mean, there's still a lot of people struggling, particularly in hospitality and retail. But I think I've been pretty consistent. And the same is true for school. You know, I think it's better for the kids to be in school.
But when you look at the protest, for example, that happened yesterday in the State House, we've displayed a willingness, and again, there's a calculus involved, to put groups of people together in a school building and then breach them out of the community. Yet at the same time, significant restrictions exist on the day-to-day pursuit of commerce. And it's left that, and in the absence of any real bailout assistance need. I understand you're trying, but we have two alternative realities here to many of us.
I guess we could just agree to disagree. I mean, we are allowing indoor dining, weddings, events at an appropriate level. And also in schools, it's going to be different. These kids are going to have to wear masks. They're not too happy about that. Teachers are going to have to wear masks. Limited number of, you know, they're going to be having requirements to keep a certain distance. Buses are going to be half full, approximately. So to me, it's all about like putting practical changes in place to reduce but not eliminate the risk of coronavirus spread, and to enable as much commerce, as much education as possible.